Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and today we're going to talk about Payday 2 on the Nintendo Switch, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't been following the sort of, I guess, if you wanted to call it drama that's been ensuing out of this situation, ladies and gentlemen, Payday 2 on the Switch seems to be a little bit more, it seems to be about a year something outdated as compared to the version we have now. Now, Payday 2 on the Switch was announced almost forever ago, and it's been one of the big high-profile games that's sort of been coming out. I love me the Nintendo Switch, I really do. But I feel like this video kind of should be made to really sort of PSA to people to not fucking buy this game on the Nintendo Switch. In fact, please don't buy Payday 2 on any goddamn console, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go through some fucking history class, a little bit of an edutainment type video, so to speak. Now, Payday 2 is a game that I used to play quite aggressively. I played it when my friends and I actively played it as well. For that game, you really do need friends. Up until very recently, this game had fucking no support for single player shit at all. You could get AI, sure, but this game really did require that you would have people with you, and still to an extent does. It's a cooperative game, not a solo game whatsoever. Now, in that time frame, this game has gotten numerous updates, DLCs, and whatnot, and it sort of made me fall out with it. At one point, this game became a fucking meme, and then it became a DLC train, and after a while, I just didn't really play this game too much more often anyways. It seems like the more and more effort they put into it, or more content, the game just become more and more unoptimized, and as time went on, I found different games anyways. I play different games versus Payday 2. But sometimes I do go back to it, to do a heist here and there, because to an extent, it is a fun game. A lot of people will say Payday 2 is shit. Sort of have to realize that at the core, what you have here is a pretty decent game if you've got a good party going on. Now, the Nintendo Switch was supposed to get Payday 2, in fact it is, and it's a system you would think would make good sense for it. You could sidle around with your buddies in real life, couch co-op this shit, ad hoc style play, back in the old days of Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker where you had to just, you circle jerk each other with all your PSPs trying to do all these missions and whatnot, Monster Hunter or whatever. But Payday 2, it seems like it would be a natural fit. Now, for a lot of reasons, this version is pretty damn decent. From what I know, it runs at 1080p, 30 frames, of course. But looking into some of the live streams that have sort of leaked out, it's a very iffy running game. It definitely does not run the best on Switch. This game has been out on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. It's been around since that long. So it was no shock that this would be coming to the Switch in any way, shape, or form. Payday 2 also got released on the Xbox One and the PS4. Now, the reason why I tell you not to buy this game is on the PC, everything seems to be great. The game gets constantly updated, even though the update system is a little weird at first. Very weird. But on the consoles, more notably the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, let's begin on there, the game was left abandoned as soon as it basically had come out. The systems had barely gotten any DLC. In fact, the updates that they were supposed to get were, I think it got one wave or something, maybe two waves for the Xbox 360. Point is, the game was always severely outdated in comparison to the main system, the PC, that it released on. Now, at the time, Starbreeze, the company behind Payday 2, stated that, for the most part, it's because the systems are old. And I sort of guess we took the excuse, right? We said, maybe they're right. A lot of developers were almost doing the same thing anyways. Those systems were getting phased out. The moment you realize what they said was bullshit was when this game came out on the PS4 and Xbox One. Now, I don't care what a lot of elitists or anybody has to say. Those systems can run Payday 2. Those systems can run Payday 2 at 60 frames per second, 1080p, whatever, 4K even. 30 frames is what it runs at right now, which is bullshit effort put in by these developers. What I'm trying to say is any console version gets no fucking love or support from this company at all. To this day, as far as I know, Payday 2, the game that has come out on the PS4, I think it has two versions, Crime Wave Edition and the Big Score or whatever, and both of these versions are severely fucking outdated. From what I can gather, there is a ticker that runs up in the community, basically stating how long the PS4 and Xbox One version hasn't gotten an update, and I believe the number is at like 400 fucking days. This game is left completely fucking abandoned, even on the big, heavy systems. Now, if this company really did care about its console users, those systems would be getting some updates. And I don't really care what a lot of people are saying about, Payday 2, the consoles preventing any kind of update. There's plenty of games that get healthy amount of updates on the PS4 and Xbox One. Healthy amounts of games that get it. The reason why Payday 2 just simply doesn't get it is because these developers really don't give a fuck about the console tier of their community, which you should have to. If you pay the same price I do for a game on the PC versus the PS4 and Xbox One, it should be expected that you get the same level of content, support, fixes, patches, DLC that I do. It's just simply what it is. Otherwise, you price this game really fucking low on those consoles. Now, this game is coming out, I believe, for $50, 60 something on the Canadian, if you convert it to Canadian right now, Payday 2 on the Switch. And this game is confirmed by the community to at least be 7 months to something over a year outdated. And the reason people have figured out is because a lot of people ended up getting this game pretty fucking early. There's some people who are live streaming this game showcasing gameplay, and it does not look fucking pretty. This game, as far as I can tell, has gotten lower reviews by a lot of people who already managed to put out reviews for the game whatsoever. But the thing that kind of weirds me out about the Switch community and why this video needs to be made is it seems the Switch community actively defends any form of porting to their system. Look, when Doom came out, I will admit that game for full price was inferior technically to the PS4 and Xbox One PC versions. Of course it was. But we let that slide because Doom at the end of the day was a pretty heavy game coming to the system in the first place. It's not something you would expect, and for a show of force by Bethesda, it was something that, to an extent, I don't disagree with supporting. Payday 2 is a game that has a proven track record of fucking console people up the ass so hard that this is the third or fourth, whatever you want to call it, that is coming out for a console. And I guarantee you, no matter how much this developer actually states, we're going to support this system, it will be dead on arrival within 3 to 4 days. The Switch, I don't think there's going to be a healthy online community to even be worth supporting from these developers' point of view, and for an extent, the system is outdated in comparison to the Xbox One and PS4. And considering that Payday 2 is still running like dog shit on those systems, I could only imagine how much fucks could be given about the Switch version of the game. What I'm trying to say is there are plenty of good Switch games out there. You can go get yourself Stardew Valley for a fraction of the cost. You can get yourself Bayonetta. You can get yourself Resident Evil Revelations. You can get yourself Mario Odyssey, Zelda, Xenoblade Chronicles, LA Noire, Doom even if you want to. Rocket League. But don't go out of your way to support a developer that clearly has an awful track record when it comes to this stuff. And from what I can gather, the game already being several months to a year plus older on the system, coming with some random character pack they tossed in that's only exclusive for like a month or something, is not worth you putting $50 down on this game. Support good games. Even if this game is getting ported, doesn't mean you have to go out and buy it, Switch owners. That being said, this is my little thoughts on Payday 2. I didn't really even want to make this video. I tried giving the benefit of the doubt. I had this video about a month and a half planned away, but I figured with all the new information that has come out, it makes fucking sense to at least PSA now, because now I have proof backing whatever my decision was. That being said, this is me, Mudahar. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it. I am out.